Hello there, friends. It is Jimmy Maverick, and it is time for another live draft. This is the Aftermath League, and I've been participating in this league for a number of years. You know how I say, when I say that success in fantasy football is 50% the draft, 30% managing your team, and 20% luck. Well, last year, for me, I won the championship in this league, and let me tell you what, it was all luck. I don't know what happened. First of all, I did draft very well. I drafted Saquon Barkley, Michael Thomas, and Travis Kelce as my first three picks. Those guys basically carried my team through the whole season, but they all kind of fell asleep right at the end during the playoffs, and I don't know how I actually won because in week 14, I had a bye and I only scored like 70 points. And then in week 15, I did have a game. And again, I only scored like 80 points. I mean, it was really bad. And, okay, so they're doing a little thing here before the draft starts. But I happened to be matched up against somebody who did even worse than me, which was unbelievable because it was such a poor showing. And so I made it to the final game, and in the final game, I had a really good week. And so I won the league, and that was like completely shocking and unexpected. I should not have won this league last year, but I did very good. I was the number 2 point getter overall, and, the matchups just happened to go my way in the playoffs, and someone else crapped the bed way worse than I did in week 15, and I made it. So anyway, that's what happened. But luck certainly does play a factor in this thing sometimes. I am actually going to be drafting from the 9th position. I thought it was the 10th, but apparently I am at 9th position. So we're going to go ahead and get the app set up here. So we're going to refresh things, and of course, a lot of stuff happened yesterday. Was cut down day, a lot of surprise cuts. LaShawn McCoy was cut by the Bills and signed by the Chiefs. I don't think he's much of a factor fantasy-wise in any consideration regarding the draft, but there is a big upgrade to Singletary because of that. Now, this is actually a custom points league, so none of these really fit. It is a standard points league, but the points for so I'm just going to skip all this. So the points for quarterback touchdowns are 6 instead of 4. So I do actually have a custom point league set up. So I just have to go over to the league point schedule, click on custom, click on aftermath, and it's going to load up the aftermath list. And this is a 12-team league. I'm going to pick 9th, and it is a deep league. It goes something like 18 rounds. So, the late picks are going to be very big. Let's see here, and let's go to draft mode, 12 and 9. Let's go ahead and enter draft mode. Let's see what's going on here. We got a minute till the draft starts. I do have my worksheet all set up, right? So I got the guy in front of me, practice squad, the guy after me, John Gergen. And I'm going to be tracking the quarterbacks, tight ends, defenses, and kickers, how they're coming off the board. Obviously, I want to wait till as late as possible to take my quarterback, to take my defense, take my kicker. This league does tend to go late on quarterbacks too, so I'm just going to wait as long as I possibly can. You can see that it's still loading up draft mode here. What's going on? Did I lose my connection? Let's reconnect. There we go. Back in there. All right, come on, Fantasy Football Maverick, let's go. Something happened here. Let me reset this. 1.1 PPR. No, skip. Have the leak pop up. So anyway, so who got picked first? So Saquon got picked first, and I think James Conner's going to be the pick for the first round. As far as my strategy goes, because this is a standard points league, obviously quarterbacks are very important. Let's get this set up. Aftermath, load up. And so I think I might just be going running back on the first 3 rounds. Then we'll get our wide receiver in the 4th round. It all kind of depends. Getting someone like Tyreek Hill would also be key to having a really strong team. And that is certainly something that I'm interested in. Okay, so Aftermath is loaded up. Let's do draft mode. So we'll do 12 team, pick number 9, enter draft mode. There we go. Now it loaded up. I'm just going to minimize the recommendations. But for the first round, you can see it's recommending Todd Gurley, James Conner, Juju Smith-Schuster. Now, Gurley, his ADP is actually 16th. And let's see here. Our next pick is also 16th. So we would have a good chance to get Gurley in the second round if we wanted to go that route. But Juju Smith-Schuster, also a fantastic choice. Value rank is 15th overall. Of course, Gurley is much better, so I think we're definitely going to go running back here in the first two rounds just because of the standard points. So we got Kamara taken second, McCaffrey third, Chubb fourth. This is all not surprising. Zeke could maybe fall to us. That would certainly be a coup. He is a long shot. Devontae Adams, DeAndre Hopkins, David Johnson, all long shots to make it to us. I think I would pick any of those running backs over James Conner, but it is. James Conner just got taken. Okay, so that might open up things for me. And Zeke Elliott did get taken. David Johnson's still on the board, though, so we'll see if DJ makes it to us. Let's see here. So Dalvin Cook got taken. Okay, so we got a very good chance here to get David Johnson. I'd be very happy with that pick. I think we'll be in good shape if we take him first. If he goes, let's look at the other running backs that are still on the board here. Le'Veon Bell, who I'm not really interested in. Joe Mixon. Oh, boy. You know what? If DJ gets taken, I might actually go wide receiver on my first pick because both Hopkins and Adams are still on the board. But look, David Johnson did make it. Hopkins and Adams do also rank well for value, but again, because it's PPR, they're not the best. So we'll go ahead. We'll take David Johnson with our first pick. And then for the second round, let's go to the second round here. Second round, top choice, Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, Joe Mixon, and Todd Gurley is the long shot. But look at his value rank. We'd be at pick 16, value rank of 6. That's even with a reduced workload. So that just shows you how valuable he is. Let's go ahead and get him queued up. So because, did he already? Oh, he did get taken. He did get taken already. So I think we might go wide receiver then. Let's see here. So as far as running backs still available, let's look here at running backs. I mean, I'm not expecting Bell to make it to us. Bell actually does offer good value in the second round. I doubt he makes it to us, though. He's right near he's right here, man. He might make it to us. I normally would not consider a player that switched teams in the offseason for my team, but that represents outstanding value. Let's see here. So Le'Veon Bell, value rank 11, so he would be an undervalued play. We also have, let's see here. So Hopkins came off, Hill came off, Adams came off. Juju Smith-Schuster is still there, so Juju is a great choice for us. Juju's value... where are you? Oh, Juju actually. All right, this is interesting. Juju is on the first round here, value rank 15. So he's, he is a good choice. I do love the Steelers, and I love his upside. But between the two, look, Bell gives you projected 30 additional points. That's nearly 2 points a week, and you've got to take advantage of the value when it comes to you. Devontae Adams came off 12th. That's very late, so that's a very nice play there. That's a good value play at that point. As far as these other guys, Julio Jones, Michael Thomas, not really interested in either of those guys. Okay, so Bell did come off. So I think I might take, and someone took Mahomes 14th. That's interesting. So look at this. We've got these high-end wide receivers. Julio might be worth a pick. Oh, and of course Julio came off. All right, so we got to figure this out. So Juju is kind of like my number 3 wide receiver this season. As far as who else is available on wide receivers, Mike Evans is also a really good play, but we're still a little early for him. For running backs, hold on here. For running backs, we've got Mixon, Williams, Kerryon Johnson. Mixon, his value, he does rank top 3, but let's see here. For running backs, Mixon, value rank 9. I think we got to go with the value here. I'll take Mixon with my second pick. Again, you got to take the points when you can get them. Now, who did the guys before me and after me pick? So let's see here. We've got, when I went and took the guy before me, okay, Alvin Kamara, Connor, Elliott, Cook. So Gurley was taken right before me, so that's running back. And Gergen took Hopkins, so that's a wide receiver. And then on the next round here, when we came back, Julio Jones was Gergen took another wide receiver, and then I took Mixon, and then practice squad took a wide receiver. All right, so we're in good shape here. We have one quarterback that's come off the board. That was a bad play, personally. So Damian Williams. So let's jump to the next round. We're going to go to the third round here, and you can see that it's recommending Brandin Cooks, Leonard Fournette, Josh Jacobs. Leonard Fournette, value rank 18. We're going to be at pick 33. That's a great choice for value. Josh Jacobs also offers fantastic value. We got Chris Carson as a long shot. David Montgomery is also a good choice. And I think if we wait till the fourth, David Montgomery would probably not make it back to us because our fourth round pick is at pick number 40. He's currently set to go at pick 35. I kind of like the idea of going with a high upside player like Montgomery. I think he could outperform his draft position. I think that would be a good choice if he makes it to us. For wide receivers, you can see Brandin Cooks value rank of 35. So he's fair value. But there's not great value on the receivers. And that's why we're not focusing on receivers early. It's because of the standard points format, it really discounts their value. So we've got to maximize the value at every pick we can get. And if we wait till the fourth round to get a wide receiver, you can see that we could get someone like T.Y. Hilton or Tyler Boyd. T.Y. Hilton, value rank of 47. Tyler Boyd, value rank of 50. Boy, that really does drop off. Shoot. But we could still get like a Marlon Mack for running backs. I might need to go and take Brandin Cooks in the third, and we'll see what happens in the fourth just because of the value drop. Let's see here. So if we look at the wide receivers, in the third round, Brandin Cooks, 35, Adam Thielen, 39, Robert Woods, 42. So Brandin Cooks actually offers fair value and certainly the best value of any of the receivers out there. I think he would be a good person to start with. And then in the fourth round for running backs, Josh Jacobs is a long shot. Marlon Mack looks like he has a good chance to make it to us. Melvin Gordon, Tevin Coleman. A lot of these guys just don't interest me and don't have great value. Tevin Coleman, value rank 69 versus 40. Melvin Gordon, who knows what's going to happen with him? I think he's too risky to take, man, because he might. Oh, look, David Montgomery got taken super early. All right, well, that is not surprising. This league went really heavy running backs early. Chris Carson got taken. Aaron Jones. So we have guys reaching significantly for these players, but that's poor value. Taking David Montgomery at 24. I know why he took him. He took him because he knew that Montgomery would not make it back to him at pick number 48. So he had to take him at pick 24. But still, that's poor value. And someone like Montgomery is going to have to significantly outperform his expectations in order to be worth that pick. So it is almost back to us at pick 33. Let's get some guys queued up. So, look, there's still some great wide receivers here on the board. Brandin Cooks is kind of our target right now. But if we look at, if I could get Antonio Brown in the third round, I'd take him in a second just because of the upside there. Amari Cooper, not really interested in. Thielen is a maybe too. But, you just look at the values here. The values are not great, the points. So let's look at the running backs. And for the running backs, we were talking, let's see. Well, there's Josh Jacobs. I think he's a good choice. Kerryon Johnson would be great. Oh, no, he just got taken. There's Marlon Mack. There's Melvin Gordon. Mark Ingram, Sony Michel, Derrick Henry, not really interested in those guys. I mean, Derrick Henry actually does have good value here. I'm going to put him on. He's injured. I don't like to draft injured players. But if we look at Derrick Henry, value rank of 25, that's really good value. And because it is standard points, he is worth significantly more than he would be in a typical league. But I think I'd rather have like guys like Jacobs or Mack or something like that. So it is almost back to us. And so now practice squad is up first. We'll see what he takes. Well, let's see. Who else is coming off? Aaron Jones, Devonta Freeman, Kerryon Johnson, Adam Thielen. Okay, that's not surprising. I really have to wonder if these running backs would make it back to me in the fourth round. I mean, Brandin Cooks is right there. Chances of him making it to the next round are really high relative to these other running backs just because of the way people are picking them. So we will have to wait and see what happens here. So, there was a lot of news that happened yesterday, a lot of changes. I downgraded Tony Pollard because it looks like the Zeke contract is going to happen. No problem. So Sony Michel was taken. So again, like I said, this league does go really early on running backs. So we definitely going to take a running back here. And I like the idea of betting that Brandin Cooks will make it to our next pick, just because everybody's just going crazy on these running backs. So did Josh Jacobs get taken? He did not get taken yet. I think Josh Jacobs would be my top choice among those three for Mack and Henry. Let's see here. Marlon Mack, his value 30th. Josh Jacobs 20th. Yeah, we're definitely going to go for Josh Jacobs on this next pick. So, and we can't because he just got taken. Oh, of course. So, practice squad took Lindsey. So that's a running back. So we've got Marlon Mack. We got Derrick Henry too. Now again, Mack is healthy. And Mack is a chance to make it to us at the next pick, but I am not trusting this because the running backs are just getting picked clean right now. So, but I love the offensive line. I love that offense. I think they're going to be good. Even without Andrew Luck, it's still a quality offense with a really good offensive line. So let's go ahead and I'm going to take Marlon Mack with my third pick. And again, he's a great choice for standard. He doesn't catch a lot of balls either, but I'm not worried about that. And so I've gone running back to start this league out, and I think I'm very good with running backs right now. Let's see here, and so the league is just so top heavy with wide receivers now. We're going to get a good wide receiver, so I'm very confident that we will be just fine. So George Kittle got taken right after me. So Gergen took a tight end, so he's got two wide receivers and a tight end. That's terrible. I mean, just terrible value on the tight ends. They're crap, man. I mean, they're just not worth anything. If we look at third round tight ends, Ertz value rank 52, Kittle value rank 38. Now, okay, so Kittle is fair value, but that's the thing, man. The tight ends just have tremendous, just garbage value in this league. So it is going to come back to us. Gergen is going to go next. I can't believe Gergen is not taking a running back. He's obviously going 0 RB, but that's a garbage strategy in this sort of league because he's not going to have any running backs, man. I mean, there's just nobody left. So we'll have to see what happens here. Someone took Melvin Gordon at 35. I think, man, I just would not do it. I mean, best case scenario, he goes on to a new team. Who knows how he's going to do there or what kind of role he's going to be in. You are really taking a chance there. Antonio Brown finally got taken at 36. See, now I would have loved it if Antonio Brown made it back to us. But Cooks is there, and we can assess that. Oh, look, Ertz is still on the board now. Again, but he represents poor value. Look at his points. 159. Ertz, well, they have him ranked a little bit higher than me for points, but I have his value rank at 52, and we're going to be at pick 40. Again, it's just poor value. I would love to get Keenan Allen if he makes it to us. As far as Stephon Diggs versus Brandin Cooks, I just like the offense better for Cooks. So he's kind of the guy I trust, but you can see Mark Ingram, see again, running back. Everybody's super heavy on running backs. But we are in good shape right now. I like our 3 running backs. I think they're very good options all around. We should be in good shape. Derrick Henry finally got taken. Keenan Allen got taken. Okay, right, here's the choice. Look, Zach Ertz is available here. Poor value, but I do get top 3 production out of him. So he's going to be a top 3 tight end. I could also go, and if I wait one more round on the wide receivers, who's the best wide receiver I'm going to get? Best wide receiver, DJ Moore, value rank 62. Robbie Anderson, who's injured, I don't really want that. Mike Williams, value rank 71. So there's a huge drop-off right now in our wide receivers. Diggs, Godwin, Godwin's a 2, Diggs is a 2, Brandin Cooks is a 1. So I'm going to take Cooks. Just because of the value. He does offer some good value here. So that's who we're taking. And so Gergen took Keenan Allen. So Gergen just went wide receiver, tight end, wide receiver. I do not agree with that strategy. I think he's going to suffer this season because of it. After us, let's see, our practice squad took Diggs. So they got a second wide receiver there, 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers. And all right, so we are good. So only 2 tight ends have been taken so far, only 1 quarterback. Let's go to the 5th round. And so for the 5th round, it's recommending Philip Lindsay, who I think got taken. I think I saw him come off the board earlier. Baker Mayfield, the quarterback. DJ Moore, the wide receiver. We're going to be at pick 57. Lindsay certainly does offer great value. Is he still on the board? Let's take a look. Lindsay, no, I think he was taken. Yeah, he's gone. All right. So, again, someone took him super early, did not get good value out of him. Let's see here. DJ Moore, Tevin Coleman, Evan Engram. See, again, Engram's value is crap. We're probably just going to get a late round tight end. Aaron Rodgers, Duke Johnson, Robbie Anderson, Matt Ryan, Mike Williams, Miles Sanders. Boy, there's just not anyone I'm super thrilled with. I mean, Boyd and Moore would be all right. So let's cue them up. Boyd's a long shot to make it back to us, and we've got a pretty long gap here till our next pick. I'm just going to put Baker Mayfield on. I don't intend to take him this round, but if he falls, I might be interested in him. So we'll do that. Oh, look, Deshaun Watson hasn't even come off the board yet. That's not surprising. Actually, we're still pretty early. Let's see here. I mean, Tevin Coleman, overvalued. Evan Engram, significantly overvalued. Aaron Rodgers is a long shot. I just don't really want to go elite quarterback, but I might do it, just because there's not great options in this round, and there's still a ton of quarterbacks available. Ertz finally got taken at 46. That's not bad, but again, it's still overvalued. Who do we got? Woods came off, O.J. Howard, Allen Robinson. So who else is on the board that I might be interested in? Edelman came off. T.Y. Hilton would certainly be of interest to me. Kenny Galladay, Mike Williams, if Mike Williams makes it to our next pick, because Mike Williams, where is he? Because he is here. I have his value rank as 71. So that's not good value. I don't want that. Deshaun Watson right there too. Although I do not like Houston this year. I think they're just going to be a train wreck. Let's see here. Calvin Ridley, again, look at the points, man. They're just garbage, man. Just no good points for the wide receivers. Kenny Galladay got taken. Sanders got taken. So Boyd is still on the board. So that's good. He's right at the top here. T.Y. Hilton's probably not going to make it to us, but I'm just going to put him up on the queue anyway. Cup, Ridley. All right, let's see what running backs are still on the board. Coleman, White, Freeman, Murray, Drake. See, none of these guys I'm interested in. None of them offer much of anything. What's going on with Drake? Did he get traded? No, that's old news. Let's see here. So it's almost back to our pick. Boyd came off the board. A.J. Green came off the board. So now we got practice squad. Who are they going to take with their next pick? They took Hilton. So they got their wide receiver. Whew, boy. I mean, I could gamble here, man. I mean, I could go for someone like Cooper Kupp who has some high upside. Mike Williams is certainly, they're just not super attractive to me. None of these guys are. Gosh, this is really tough. And then for tight end, who do we got? I mean, Evan Engram, right, and his value is terrible. So let's go. Shoot, who has the best role amongst these groups? I think I'm just going to have to go with DJ Moore. DJ Moore's value, 62. We're at pick 57. That's fair value enough for me. It's going to be a good offense. I do like Carolina this year. So I took DJ Moore. So he's my second wide receiver. And this is also, we have 3 wide receiver slots in this league. So wide receivers do have an important role. And all right, so let's go to the next round. Let's go to 6. So 6, it's recommending Landry, Eckler, Engram. Eckler I like more and more because it just doesn't look like it does not look like Gordon is going to play this year. So Eckler I think would be a great choice at this point. Let's see if is he still on the board? He is still on the board. Okay, now that's a good play. I like that play. Jarvis I love, right? Jarvis is one of my favorite picks. I've already got him in another league. Evan Engram is recommended on this round as well. But again, value rank of 95, we're at pick 64. So I don't really want to deal with that. Kenyan Drake does offer good value, but he is dealing with an injury. Alshon Jeffery also offers good value. Actually, Alshon, is he still on the board? He is. I'm going to put him on the queue. Who else is here? Alshon. There's Jarvis. There's Eckler. Oh, I really like Eckler right now. So if he makes it to us, that would be a great depth play because he would be our 4th running back. And I'm fairly certain that Gordon is not going to see the field as a Charger this season. So Josh Gordon got taken there. Who else came off? Oh, so after us, Gergen took Watson. So Gergen took his quarterback. He's going 0 RB. He has not taken a running back yet. So guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to take another running back from that guy. And if we look to the next round, if we look to the 7th round, what wide receivers? So there's Singletary. So there's a nice play also. Hooper, the tight end. Actually, Hooper, again, awful value. Larry Fitzgerald, the wide receiver, value rank 112. Again, just garbage town, man. This is just really bad. Jarvis, value rank 76, but Alshon Jeffery at 50. I only have him rated as 2 stars, but I got to say, that value, you cannot ignore that value. That is really, really good. Mike Williams is still on the board too. Mike Williams, let's see here, he was the 5th round. Mike Williams, value rank 71, so still overvalued. That's the big thing. These guys have to fall considerable length in order to be worth anything on this list. Cooper Kupp just got taken, so I think we got to take our 3rd, just because we got to roster 3 wide receivers, and to get Landry. And what I can do is I could target Singletary on the next round because I think Singletary offers great value on a run-first offense. So I really like the fact that they traded away LaShawn McCoy. That speaks very well. James White just got taken. Again, standard points. James White does not have great value. He doesn't have a lot of value. So Jared Cook, and let's see here. So Gergen is up. Gergen, who are you going to take? Are you going to take your first running back? Are you going to take Eckler? He took Williams. Look, he took a 4th wide receiver. I do not know what the F that guy's doing. But we've got both Alshon and Jarvis on the board. I like both the offenses, and but according to my projections, Jeffery offers a value rank of 50, Jarvis 76. So I'm going to take Jeffery on this pick. And we'll see. We'll see. Maybe Eckler will make it back to us. So we've got our 3 running backs and our 3 wide receivers. I want to definitely get Singletary on the board, on our board for the next round. Let's see here. For the 7th round, Singletary, Austin Hooper, again, just terrible value. Larry Fitzgerald doesn't offer great value either. Who offers good value here? Drake, but look at the value rank for Singletary. I think he is going to be outstanding. I would love to be able to get him. Hopefully he will make it to us. Royce Freeman does offer fair value. Let's put him up. Royce Freeman, and we'll cue him. Who else? Who else can we get on this round that looks good? Fitz just doesn't have great value, so I'm not really interested in him. We've got a lot of quarterbacks that are coming off here, but again, the quarterbacks come off very slowly in this league list. David Njoku, value rank 148. Austin Hooper, value rank 150. So they're just not worth a hill of beans right now. What tight ends are still on the board here? So Ingram is still on the board, though. Boy, I'm going to put him up. If he makes it back to us, which would be unprecedented, I do not expect that to happen. But if it did, shoot, I would take advantage of that. Let's see here for tight ends. Yeah, in the 6th round, we got Ingram. Ingram at least offers top 100 value, and to get him at pick 81, that would not be a bad option. Chicago just came off the board, so someone already took their defense. That was a stupid play. And Singletary did come off. Shoot. Singletary, and I bet Eckler came off too. Yeah, they both came off. Dang it. All right. Well, that's that. I thought I was being all smart. I thought I had him early enough in the league here, but I didn't. Is Drake still on the board? He was taken, right? Yeah, Drake is gone. Running backs. Yeah. He is still on the board. I might take him. He doesn't have the questionable tag anymore, so I wonder if they lifted that injury designation. Ingram did just get taken, so that's not a bad choice. It's not a bad choice. The other tight ends, though, if we look at the other tight ends, Jared Cook 115, Vance McDonald 138, Hunter Henry 116. Again, it's just not good. I mean, we could go for a tight end, because it looks like not many have been taken. To go for if Hunter Henry made it back to us, Vance McDonald, he might. I think actually he's probably our best choice. Value rank 138, just awful. Is Cook gone? Yeah, Cook is already taken. So I think we should maybe just grab one of these guys. We don't want to wait too long on a tight end. And I'm just going to queue up Hunter and Vance, see if either of them make it back to us. For quarterbacks, let's see here. So for quarterbacks, how many have been taken? So someone took Drew Brees. Oh, that is a stupid play, man. There's some dumb people in this league, I've got to say. And for tight ends, how many are gone? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we got 6 gone. All right. And then defenses, it's just the 1. Yeah. Can't believe someone took a defense that early. That's just crazy. All right. Hunter Henry did come off the board. Vance McDonald is still there. Austin Hooper is still there. Right, Austin Hooper is still there, but look, I mean, his points are nothing. Mark Andrews is one that I'm interested in, but again, just doesn't have great value for points. But Vance McDonald, I think definitely seems to be a priority because he appears to be the highest scoring tight end still on the board. But it's just they're just all terrible value, and that's the problem. So we'll have to see if Vance makes it to us. But I do like Vance, and I like his upside this year. I think he's going to be effective. Will Fuller got taken. That's an interesting choice given that they added they added that Miami. It's not Drake. They added that Miami receiver yesterday, and so that just throws a wrench into everyone not named DeAndre Hopkins on that team. I just think, I just think Houston's such a mess. I don't want anything to do with them, man. I don't want any shares of them this year for fantasy. So Sanders came off, and now it's back to practice squad. Who are you going to take this round, practice squad? Somehow I'm off on my count for practice. Oh, my God. Of course he took Vance McDonald. Son of a bitch, man. Just missed him by one. So who do I have up here? I got Hooper, Kenyan Drake still on the board, Freeman, Mayfield, Mark Andrews. I might end up just streaming tight ends, but I think I got to take the value here. So if we look at the value of these guys, Drake, I believe, has the best value right now. And let's see here. Where are you, Drake? Value rank of 54. I think I got to take him. And he doesn't have the injury designation here anymore either. So something I got to check that after the draft is done. But I'm going to take the value. I'll take Drake. So I took Drake, and then Coleman came off for Gergen. So that was his first. That was his first running back. So there you go. And then Freeman came off. Okay, so let's go to the 8th round. Let's look at the 8th round here. And who was it recommending? Breida, Shepard, Watkins. Breida, I do like. Shepard, I like actually too. Shepard actually should offer pretty decent value. He does, and Watkins does too. So let's cue those guys up. Wide receivers. There's Shepard. There's Watkins. I like them. Fitz is still on the board. Curtis Samuel's still on the board, although he doesn't offer good value. And I already got DJ Moore. So I think I'm good there. But let's see what else happens. So Freeman, 7. Somehow I'm off on practice squad. Who did practice squad take? Practice squad. So they've got 3 wide receivers, 3 running backs, a tight end. There it is. 3 running backs, 3 that's what I missed. I missed that. All right. We're good. Where is CMC? There we go. And let's go back to the players here. So we do have a lot of choices, and so I think we're in really good shape for that. I think for this season, I would like to go. Austin Hooper came off, so I'm glad I took a tight end. Oh, I didn't take a tight end. Oh, that's right, I didn't. Shoot. Oh, I'm really cutting it close, man. I mean, David Njoku, I could take him too. He offers pretty decent value. Again, his projections are over 100. Delaney Walker values over 100, but I don't trust the injury. I don't trust that team. I don't like Tennessee at all this year. Baker Mayfield just came off. So there's our 5th quarterback just came off the board. So I think I'm going to take a tight end. I think I'm going to take one of these guys. I'll take Andrews or Njoku. I wouldn't mind stacking Andrews with Lamar Jackson. I think that'd be a good stack. A little bit of enhanced value there. And that offense, he's going to be I believe he's going to be the number 1 receiver on that team. I would not be surprised if he does end up as the number 1 receiver. So, almost back to John Gergen. Who are you going to take? He's probably got to take another running back, man. He's loaded up on everything else. John Brown. So for the tight end consideration, Mark Andrews, high reliability player, value rank 136. Njoku, value rank 148. Which offense do I like more? I actually like both the offenses. I think I'm going to go for Andrews. And neither practice squad nor John Gergen needs another tight end right now, so I think I'm good. So John Gergen took Jordan Howard, running back. And so I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to take my tight end. I'm going to take Mark Andrews. All right. So I'm good on tight ends. And now let's see here. We're heading into round 9. So let's go to round 9 and see what we can get. Darwin Thompson, I think a priority target there. Let's see if he makes it back to us. Jared Goff, if we wanted to go quarterback, but I don't think we need to, man. Quarterbacks, only 5 have come off so far, so it's still very slow for that. Darwin's good. Jared Goff. We got Watkins and Shepard, both as long shots. Would not mind getting one of them. This is the round to take Mark Andrews, but we already took him. Not really any other great choices. So let me go ahead. I'm going to put Darwin up, and I'll put Goff up. So let's go running backs. And I think the shine kind of came off of Darwin yesterday with LaShawn McCoy coming in, but I don't think LaShawn McCoy has any tread left on those tires, so I'm not worried about it. There's Matt Breida. He's still on the board too. I would not mind considering him. Quarterbacks, see, there's Jared Goff. There's Lamar Jackson. These guys are way down the list right now. We still got Ryan Wentz, Wilson, Newton, Kyler Murray. All will go before these guys. So I think we're in good shape for quarterbacks right now. We are going to wait. We're going to wait on quarterbacks. That's one thing that I regretted last year is that I took my quarterback too early in this league. And it's like I took my quarterback and then no quarterbacks were taken like for the next 2 or 3 rounds. I could have gotten the same quarterback had I just waited. So let's and let's hear after us. Practice squad took Shepard. So that all right. He took Shepard and Breida came off the board. Yeah, that's not surprising. So who's still on the board? So Watkins, Fitzgerald, Curtis Samuel. Curtis Samuel would actually become a great pick at our next pick at 99. He offers fair value there. We'll see if he makes it. He's right at the top of the list, though, so I doubt he's going to make it that long. But Njoku probably gone, Fitzgerald probably gone, but Watkins might make it to us. And I got no problems with taking Watkins. I think he's going to be good. As long as he's healthy on that offense, he's going to be very productive. And I'm also looking to take McCole later. So give me some shares of the Kansas City offense, which I have 0 of right now. So, all right, so we got a little bit of a gap here, and there's not much going on. So I'm just going to pause the video, and then we will come back, and we'll see where we're at when we get within 3 of our next. All right, so bunch of players, practice squad took another running back, and they took Rashad Penny, who offered the best value at this point. So a bunch of my players that I wanted all came off in that huge gap. So that all my wide receivers, you can see the whole top of the board is just crowded with quarterbacks, as I expected to happen. So right now, the best wide receiver on the board is probably someone like Pettis or Moncrief. Deshaun Jackson, and Tyrell Williams, who's kind of a target of mine, but I don't need to take him yet because he's a lot deeper on this list. But Darwin Thompson, Darrell Henderson, and Kalen Ballage are all still on the board. I like the idea of going with 2 of these guys right now, and let's go with Darwin. I mean, obviously the shine came off of Darwin a little bit with LaShawn McCoy happening, but Darrell Henderson, again, top offense with an injury-prone lead back. I think his role, he's got a very good upside role. Let's go to the round 10, and I was actually looking at the round 10 players. Darwin Thompson, Darrell Henderson, both the top choices. MVS did get taken in the during that time period. Kalen Ballage is also there. Jordan Howard, I know, is already gone. Penny got taken. He was a long shot anyway. Let's see here. The quarterbacks we don't need to worry about, and the tight ends we don't really need to worry about either because we've already got that. So I think let me just look ahead. Again, look at this. I don't like any of the players on this round just because there's no good options. Sutton, Trubisky, Deshaun Jackson, Trey Burton, Delaney Walker, Geronimo Allison. Yeah, man, it's really thinning out right now. Now let's see here. What happened after me? So after Darrell Henderson, Gergen took Darwin. Oh, so Gergen took Darwin Thompson. Shoot, I thought he would make it back to me. Ballage is the only guy left on my queue right now. Moncrief got taken. Allison got taken. Again, there is a severe dearth of talent right now. We're going definitely into scrubs. And with the big gap coming up, I think I might have to take Tyrell Williams as my next pick, because that is my highest ranked wide receiver still on the board. And if I don't get him now, I'm afraid he would not make it to the next pick. So let's see here. And again, just a boatload of quarterbacks. 6 quarterbacks have already come off the board, so only 6 teams need quarterbacks. So worst case scenario is 5 more quarterbacks would go. All right, so it came back to us. LaShawn McCoy came off. Oh, and that's John Gergen. LaShawn McCoy. Boy, he's got crap running backs. Okay, so we're going to go ahead. We're going to take Tyrell Williams early just because we need to get some depth on wide receiver, because I only have 3 wide receivers. So that adds some much-needed depth to the position. And we are probably just going to wait and probably take a quarterback on the next round. We'll see what happens here. So Russell Wilson did just come off. Practice squad took their quarterback. So these guys both have their quarterbacks. They both have their tight ends. 4 running backs and 4 wide. They both have like the exact same construction. So I'm just going to go ahead and pause. I think next pick is definitely going to be quarterback. We'll get ourselves a good one. There's still plenty on the board. And like I said, everything else has thinned out considerably. And this is a deep league as well. There is, we've got 8 bench slots to fill. So my goal is to get 2 quarterbacks and 2 tight ends total. So I have extra depth on the bench. Probably 2 defenses, 1 kicker, and I think we'll be in good shape. So we're heading into round 11 right now. So again, round 11 is the one that just didn't have any good players to choose from, just not good value, and they're guys that are just not startable. For the 12th round, we've got players like John Brown, Kirk Cousins, Sam Darnold. So see, it's recommending a lot of quarterbacks, but of course we'll have access to better quarterbacks than this. But let's look at the wide receivers. John Brown is kind of like the only one that seems to be worth anything. Running backs, Barber, Hines, Jones, Lewis, McCoy's gone. Again, just terrible value. And terrible running backs. maybe Peyton Barber, again, you don't, and he's gone. Wow. Peyton Barber. Oh, look, he was just taken. Trey Burton taken too. So what could I do here? Jeez. I could take someone like an elite. I could take an elite level kicker. I could take an elite level defense. None of those have really come off yet at this point. People are still loading up with skill players. Let me get John Brown on the list. And he's gone. Wow. All right. Let's look here. All right. So look, you got Pettis. These guys are all just huge question marks. Anthony Miller, I doubt these guys will make it back to me anyway. Golden Tate might be worth a hold just because he's got the 4-game suspension, but then he would come back. He probably has some value. Kenny Stills is the one that was just traded to Houston. I don't like that at all. Let's see here. Debo's a player I like with some upside. Is Meek Cole still on the board, or was he taken? He is still on the board. I definitely need to get him on my radar. Let's see here. What else is happening? So Baelish just finally came off the board. Sanu is an old reliable, good depth play. Let's look at the running backs. Now, there are running backs that I really want. I think maybe this next round we should go, Justice Hill, Jalen Samuels, Justin Jackson, Damian Harris. Kareem Hunt might be worth a stash. It's a deep enough bench that we could do that. You've got some super speculative plays down here. So, all right. So we got our queue loaded up. I'm just going to pause the video. We'll come back when it's our pick. We'll see what we get. All right. So it's almost back to us again. Guys are getting poached off the board. Lamar Jackson just got taken. So 8 quarterbacks have been taken at this point. 13 tight ends are off the board. And let's see here. Practice squad is almost up. Kareem Hunt just got taken off the board. I do have a ton of options here, although a couple of my favorites did get taken, including Justice Hill, who I got poached again on Justice Hill. Man, it is so hard to determine when he's going in the draft, but I keep on underestimating it. So that is on me. It doesn't matter how far up I move him. I always seem to get poached. But I think the 12th round might be the pick to take our quarterback, just because I'm a little nervous of a run on quarterbacks. So Marquise Brown got taken. Okay, so who do I want to take? And Mecole Hardman is someone who I really like. Justin Jackson, I think, has great value at this point as well. I think he's going to have a significant role in that offense. Damian Harris is a favorite of mine. I think I'm going to have to go for Justin Jackson just because of the Melvin Gordon issue. So I will go ahead. I'm going to take him. And then I think we just need to take our quarterback. Oh yeah, look, Matt Ryan just came off the board. All right, so hold on here. Practice squad took Marquise Brown, the wide receiver. So that's his 5th wide receiver. And then John Gergen took his 2nd quarterback. So he took Matt Ryan. And that's what I'm concerned about. Is people are going to start taking their 2nd quarterbacks before I get my 1st quarterback. And look, Matt Ryan just came off. Okay, so it looks like we got a little bit of a run here. My target is Jared Goff, because then I can stack him with Brandin Cooks. I think that's a great pair. Also, Carson Wentz would be great as well, because I could stack him with Alshon Jeffery. But those are the guys that I'm kind of targeting right now. And then we'll have to wait and see what happens on the next round. So, but only one defense has been taken. Only one kicker has been taken. Oh no, there's Jacksonville. There's our 2nd defense just got taken. So there might be a run on the defenses and the kickers as well during this next interim, but I'm okay with that. There's several defenses that I'm looking at, and they are usually available late, so I'm not concerned about that at all. Ronald Jones just got taken. That's a guy I have no interest in. And so let's kind of review the team. So my wide receivers are Cooks, Moore, Jeffrey, and Tyrell Williams. That's actually a great solid core of wide receivers. I'd be happy starting those guys on any given week. They're all quality. David Johnson, Joe Mixon, Marlon Mack, Kenyan Drake, Darrell Henderson, and Justin Jackson are my running backs. My tight end is Mark Andrews, and that's where we're at. So, okay, so let's see here. So Justin Tucker just got taken, so a kicker just got taken by You Betcha, okay. Carlos Hyde just got taken. I don't even know why they did that. Gergen, that you got the shittiest running backs in the league. All right, so I think I've got to take Goff. Most projected points off of any of the remaining quarterbacks, and again, we get the stack with Cooks. So let's just go ahead and take him. Round 12, that's actually very good. Last year, I think I took my quarterback in round 8 or 9. It was way too early. So I don't have to worry about my quarterback now. I'm in good shape there. And let's go to the 13th round. It's recommending Harris. I would love it if Harris made it back to us. The Eagles, the Broncos. Let's see here. For running backs, Peyton Barber, but I believe he's already gone. I checked him and he's already gone. Hines might be worth a pick as well. Again, he's fair value at this point. Let's look at wide receivers. Not a lot. It's mostly defenses that are showing up on this round. Let's go to the 14th round. Tyrell Williams, we already got him. Justice Hill already gone. James Washington gone. So, yeah, those guys all got poached early. The Patriots, the Broncos. Mecole Hardman would be a good target on the next round. I do already have him queued up. Jalen Samuels is gone. Madison, let's get Madison on the queue. Madison, I think, would be a great choice at this point. Let's see here. Justin Jackson, we already got. Okay, good. So I think we're in good shape here. We got a number of players. Let's see here. So practice squad took a running back. That's their 5th running back. And now we got Miller. Tate came off. That's too bad. Okay, I'm just going to pause the video until we come back to our pick. All right, so it's almost back to us, and things are going good. Actually, I like a lot of the players that are still on the board. If I can get Damian Harris, I think that would be an awesome coup d'etat there. Mecole Hardman would be a great way to close out those positions. Again, you can see tons of quarterbacks still on the board. Only 12 have been taken as of this point. So that is also going really good. I would, I'm looking at who's available. I mean, I love Rivers. Roethlisberger, I think, is a great as a QB too, because the home games you can start him on the home games. So that's I think he is a high upside player at this point, and I love that offense. So there's lots of options here, and we'll see what happens. Practice squad, again, they got 5 running backs, 4 wide receivers, a tight end, and a quarterback. And so we'll have to see what direction they go on this next pick. Sanu got taken. I like the Sanu. That's a great value pick for wide receivers. Probably the last startable wide receiver on the board. All the others are pretty speculative, but man, I love the idea of if I can get Hardman and Harris on these next 2 picks, I think I'll be in great shape for the final rounds. So look, yes, they did make it to me. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to take Harris, who I love taking New England running backs after pick 100. This is a great value at pick 153. So I will go ahead and I'm going to take Harris very happily. And I think he's going to have his opportunities this year. I think Sony Michel is going to either fumble or he's going to get hurt, and it's going to be Harris's show to go. So, then for a last wide receiver, go Mecole. Again, I think playing behind a highly injury-prone player like Sammy Watkins gives him huge upside should anything happen. I think he's going to be productive anyway. It's just going to be such a great offense. It's going to be like next to impossible to stop this team. So we'll go with that. And then, maybe next round we can look and get our kicker and our defense, because only 5 defenses have come off, only 2 kickers. So let's see. Roethlisberger did come off. Roethlisberger came off practice squad, so that's their 2nd quarterback. And then after me, John Gergen took a running back. And then right before me, Minnesota just came off for Gergen, so he took a defense. Right. Okay, so that's another defense that came off the board. All right, so let's get Hardman. I love that. All the other wide receivers I got queued up. Debo, that's really it. Okay, so those are kind of like my last 2 guys, man. So Mecole, I'll take him. I love that pick, and I think next round, we can look at our defense and our kicker if we want. I think that might not be a bad idea, and then kind of wait for the final 2 picks to go and get a tight end. And okay, so there's another kicker that just came off. Oh, and that was practice squad, so they took their kicker. Right. Okay, so another kicker came off. Let's see here. So for defenses, and I'm guessing nobody takes more than 1 defense, just because of the league. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Someone took Seattle. So yeah, 6 defenses have been taken, and for kickers, 4 kickers have been taken at this point. So we're in good shape. Things are going good. So this team is actually pretty good. I really like my bench. My bench has some nice high upside players, good value players relative to where I got them. And that's what you want, man. Oftentimes in these, bigger benches, you end up with scrubs at the very end. Like I did one yesterday on for the National Fantasy Football Championship. And man, by the end, there's nobody, man. The bones are picked clean on the waiver wire. So, So anyway, but we're looking good. This is a good team. I think it's well rounded. My last team was very top heavy for value, but this team I think is much more well rounded, and I think I'm going to get good production out of a lot of these guys. So we'll have to do the analysis afterwards. And one of the key things that I always like to look at to see if I've had a successful draft or not is to look at the projected points for week 1 of your team versus all the other teams. And that's going to give you a really good indication as to if how competitive your team is going to be on a week-to-week basis. And you want to have the highest scoring team in week 1 as you possibly can. So that's kind of what I use to kind of measure how confident I am in the team. And when I did the NFFC draft yesterday, I ended up and my team had by far the most projected points scored for week 1. I was at like 147 points, and every other team was between 120 and 140. So that gives me a huge advantage on a week-to-week basis. I really nailed that draft. Like I said, I think this one is going to be much more well-rounded, and we got excellent value at many points in this draft. So it looks like so Winston just came off, so another quarterback just came off. Trubisky just came off. Let's see here. Somebody took Kenny Stills. That's such a wasted pick, man. Changing teams 1 week before the season, he is not going to be a fantasy asset. Not by a long shot, not in a million years. It's just not going to happen. I'm just going to pause the video until it's back to our pick. All right, so it's almost back to us. Obviously, some more quarterbacks have come off the board. I love the idea of taking Dak as our second quarterback. If he makes it to us, that'd be great. Los Angeles just got taken. The Chargers defense. All right, so let's go ahead. What we're going to do, let's take our second quarterback and our second tight end. We still got some great tight ends available here. So I'll go ahead. I'm going to take Dak. And then for tight end, I'm good with any of these guys, man. Olsen, it would be great if he makes it back. Waller has some upside. Herndon, I think also has upside after his suspension is done. I would not take Herndon unless the other two guys are gone. So I think we are in great shape here, and then we'll just close out with a defense and a kicker. And I think we will be golden. So Kyler Murray just got taken. Yeah, I mean, I'm not even worried about quarterbacks anymore. I've got all my quarterbacks. All I got to worry about is my tight end. And I just have a soft spot for Greg Olsen. Oh, boy. I've been burned on him the past 2 seasons. But, here we are. We're in the 16th round. Why not take a chance on him? I certainly like him better than any other tight ends on the board. Darren Waller also is a high upside pick who might have some value just because he's taken over, Carr's favorite target was the tight end last year. So, and Cook is now in New Orleans, so Waller takes over that role. So that's a high upside pick. But Olsen, and Newton are, they're just so good together. They've been playing together for so many years, and it looks like Greg Olsen's healthy. It looks like he's fine. He's going to be good. So here I am. I'm talking myself into taking Greg Olsen again. But again, he's my second tight end, right? I took Mark Andrews, who I love. I love the potential there, man. Like I said, number 1 target on that team this year is going to be Mark Andrews. So that definitely has some significant upside there. But yeah, we'll see what happens here. So we got some kickers coming off. I don't really need to track these things anymore. We're right at the end. But we're doing good. I like this team, man. This is a good team. This is a solid, well-rounded team that has nice depth and some nice upside players. I think we're in good shape heading into this season. So I'm very happy with where we're at right now. Gostkowski just came off the board. All right, almost back to us. So, And then I'll just, after we're done, we'll just pause, and then I'll just come back for the final 2 picks, and we'll see where we're at. And I think we'll just be happy as pigs in mud, man. That's what it's going to be today. Jack Doyle just got taken, so again, we'll see if Olsen gets poached. If he does, I'll probably take Herndon. So yeah, we're doing good. And these guys are going to take their full allotment of time. Des Bryant? Really? Is that Des Bryant? Okay, so let's go ahead. We'll take Olsen. Yay! We got Olsen. And that is our bench now. And so I'm just going to pause the video. We'll come back when it's our pick. We'll take our defense. We'll take our kicker, and everything will be good in the universe. All right, so it's almost back to us. I'm going to take a kicker first, just because the kickers are all going really fast here. So we got Gould, we got Badgley, Elliott, Vinatieri. My rule with kickers: plays on a good offense in a dome. Vinatieri fits the bill. He's older than, well, he's not older than me, but he's old man Vinatieri. So let's go ahead and we'll take him. Look at that picture. Man, that picture was taken like 10 years ago. He's like grizzled old man with a beard now. And then, we'll look at our defenses. I love Buffalo. I love Dallas. Let's see here. Who else would be good for our defense? Both those guys are good. I think I got a good chance to get at least one of them before it comes back to me, and that will close this thing out. Dallas obviously is my top choice because I love the early season schedule of Dallas. Giants at home, at Washington, Dolphins at home. So they are going to be really good and get a lot of turnovers, and they are going to be awesome choices. So hopefully they don't get poached. That's what I'm most concerned about, is the poaching right here. But there's only 3 guys between that pick and me. There's still a lot of good defenses. Houston, obviously not a choice anymore. New Orleans is a solid defense too. But again, I got to go on the matchups. And I just stream defenses. I just stream kickers. So I think we're going to be just fine this season. Those are going to be the deepest positions on the waiver wire. There's not going to be crap for anything else on the waiver wire right now because this is such a deep team. But look at this. Look at this. Gergen, just don't take Dallas. That's all I'm asking. Don't take Dallas. If you do, Buffalo's totally fine. Buffalo actually has a great first 6 games of the season. So look at that. Nobody took Dallas. Yay. That's it. All right. Whoop, whoop. Got the team built. Standings. It's got me ranked at 3, which is good. I mean, very competitive. Look at, basically I have almost the most points at running back. Looks like practice squad has more than me, but I think it's probably just because they went heavier on running backs towards the end of the draft here. And look at this, Gergen and practice squad. Both the guys that were on either side of me are the only ones ahead of me. And it looks like Gergen took 3 quarterbacks or 4 quarterbacks. What are you, nuts? That is a waste. That is a total waste. But anyway, this draft is almost over. Let's review this team because I like this team. So quarterbacks, I got Jared Goff and I got Dak Prescott. So great pair of quarterbacks to take into this season, both high upside guys. Wide receivers, Brandin Cooks, DJ Moore, Alshon Jeffery, Tyrell Williams, Mecole Hardman. I think that is plenty good depth for wide receiver position. Mecole's my high upside play. Tyrell, I think he's a starter on any given week. I would be happy to start him. Running backs, this is where I got the most, right? David Johnson, Joe Mixon, and Marlon Mack are my starters. But then I've got Kenyan Drake, Darrell Henderson, Justin Jackson, and Damian Harris to back him up. So we are deep on running backs. That's absolutely what you need to have in this kind of a league. Tight ends, we got Mark Andrews and Greg Olsen, so I love that combination of those 2 guys. Defense, Dallas, kicker Adam Vinatieri. This is a rock-solid team, a very competitive team. It's not a team killer like the one I did yesterday, but this is a damn fine team. I'd be happy to take this into the season with me. This is really great. And so that's it. So that's how we did it, using my app. And again, this was a little bit of this draft, I obviously learned the tendencies of the players involved. I waited until the 12th round to take my quarterback. That was very important, to just wait as long as possible. I could have waited till the next round to take my quarterback. I figure I could have waited until the 13th round after the huge gap and still gotten a great quarterback. Like a Phil Rivers would be worst case scenario. So that is something to know. I can go even later than I wanted to on the quarterback situation. But we are in great shape for this year. Very excited about this team. So thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you liked it. Please go to my website, fantasyfootballmaverick.com. For those of you with late drafts, this is a great tool to use. It has lots of important information that's going to help you sift through what's going on the draft board. And you can see that I got most of my targeted players, that even though there was a lot, again, it went very heavy running back early, but that meant better wide receivers were available later. We got Brandin Cooks in the 4th round. So there's lots of good stuff here. So thank you very much for watching again. Good luck this fantasy season, man. We are going to kick butt this year. So go get them. Remember, you still got to manage your team. You got to be on that waiver wire. You got to make your trades. You got to constantly improve this team during the course of the year. That's your goal now. But to have a solid foundation like this to go into the season, you're in great shape. So thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great day.